I recently wrote a blog on the top 10 tricks insurance companies use after an accident, and I just wanted to highlight 5 of the major tricks that they use and what to watch out for. Number 1, insurance companies right after an accident will try to get you to give a statement. You want to make sure you consult with an attorney before giving that statement. That right after an accident, you may be in serious pain, you may be on medication, you're going to be at a minimum shaken up. You don't want to be given statements right after the accident. You want to consult with an attorney and carefully, through the attorney or with the attorney present, give that statement. A second trick that insurance companies constantly engage in after an accident is they try to blame you for the fault of the happening of the accident, no matter how clear it is that it was the other person's fault. You have to be careful. In New Jersey, your recovery is reduced by your percentage of responsibility. So if they do trick you into giving that statement, they may lead you, they're trained to lead you and make it appear that the accident was partially your fault. And just to give you an example, if you recovered $100,000 in a case, if you're determined at the end of that case to be 20% at fault by a judge or jury, you will get a 20% reduction of your recovery. So if you recover $100,000 and you're 20% at fault, you will only get 80. So the statements you give in the beginning, many times which are recorded by the insurance company, are very critical. Third, the insurance companies will have tricked you into signing a release of all of your claims when you don't understand what you're doing in signing that release. Give you another example. We had a client, she had a serious injury. The insurance company comes to her and says, sign this release and we'll pay your medicals. She thought that it was only to pay her temporary medicals at the time and that she could still recover money. But she signed a complete release of all of her claims against the person that hit her and releasing the insurance company. We were successful in undoing that release because she wasn't represented, and ultimately it got overturned. And what happened then was we were able to get her, she got a very low settlement. We ultimately got her $100,000, which was the full amount of the policy in that case. Fourth, another major trick of insurance companies is they use these programs. One of the programs is called Colossus. They use different other algorithms to give a range of the value of your claim. So the insurance company employee or adjuster will plug in these variables to the Colossus computer program or to these algorithms or other programs that these insurance companies use, and a range of values will be spit out. And the claims adjuster will only agree to pay in that range of values, never more. And you got to understand that the insurance company employee is putting that information and giving the computer those variables. So obviously they're slanting it towards in the insurance company's favor and not in your favor. So you want to be careful ever accepting a settlement based on these computer programs and algorithms that spit out these numbers. Last, insurance companies, or fifth, insurance companies never want you to hire a lawyer. You really have to be careful and don't trip over pennies to get the dollars. Hire a lawyer, make sure your rights are protected. In New Jersey, I would strongly suggest you obtain a certified civil trial attorney by the Supreme Court of New Jersey. Less than 3% of attorneys in the state are certified by the Supreme Court as a civil trial attorney. The comfort you have in having a certified civil trial attorney represent you is you know that attorney's had to handle a case from beginning of the claim all the way through to a jury verdict at the end. So they would be in a much better position to give you a range of values whether your settlement is fair or whether it should go to trial. So watch out for these tricks of insurance companies, and if you'd like to see some more of the tricks that I've explained in my blog, you can click on the link.